AAA, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled 29 Pretty Got Laid Off and Has No Man. Let's get right into it.
I was laid off yesterday.
You don't gotta go to work.
To get ready with me when I have zero will to live. As if my 2025 cannot get any worse. I actually lost my job yesterday. It's actually not funny at all because I had the worst week ever. And I'm officially a statistic. I don't know how much I can say. They give vibes that they would. All I know is that the job market is trash. I'm screwed. Being single, unemployed, mentally unstable. It's not on my 2025 bingo card. I obviously have to look for a job. And I think the hardest part right now is like finding a job. I'm waiting to get into a dental hygiene program, so I'm actually just in limbo. I'm just a broke college student who's trying to build a better life for themselves. I live in one of the most expensive cities. I think I've already said this, but I actually just have no idea what I'm gonna do. Last night I just kind of laid in my dark room crying. I have no family other than my sister, so I'm just like kind of doing life alone. I was literally just talking to my therapist 2 hours before I got laid off that I'm so sick and tired of being like hyper independent person. Whoever hired an Etsy witch, I'm coming for you. Because I'm in school, I'm gonna try to nanny and just kind of do like jobs just to see and wait if I get into a program. I'm this close to losing my mind. So let's see how long I'm unemployed for. No, but really, I'm gonna try to not lose my mind. I was laid off.
Yeah, this girl's batshit crazy, okay? Absolutely. And honestly, I think it's scary, but she did admit it that she has zero will to live. So if you know her personally, please check on her. Check on her. Now, it's weird to me that she's 29 and still in college. That leaves a lot to be desired. Why are you 29 and still in college? And she's a nanny. Okay, listen, if you have young children, keep her far away from your young children. Now, I want to say this. Guys, looks are deceiving. Some women could have the looks, but if they think like this, if they act like this, run, okay? Run. There's no fixing this, okay? The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Stay far away from her vagina. Stay far away from her vagina. Now, look, I went and I found out the day of her life. She found out, like, she posted a video showing what's her day in life in a girl who's 29 and unemployed. Take a look.
Bald back head.
Yeah. Cottage cheese with avocado and chicken tortilla soup. Thanks. I did my skincare, but I forgot to film it. So anyways, good night.
Now, this girl has cats. Are you surprised she has cats? And she fed them whipped cream for breakfast. Whoa. Okay. Now, mind you, I don't know if you've seen this earlier, but in the prior video, she's putting fake moles on her face. She didn't have real moles, fake moles on her face. Yeah. And on top of that, she had Taco Bell for dinner. Again, this girl is not worth your time and your energy. Run. Now, I want to see what about her dating life, okay? She doesn't have a man. She's single. But she did have a video talking about a guy she was dating long distance. Take a look.
I've had the craziest 72 hours and I'm going to talk about it. Let's refresh the curls. Trigger warning, I'm going to be talking about military men. I was no contact with this man for 7 weeks because I was counting. So just know when I'm falling hard. He dated from April to June. He got stationed in Key West and was like, I don't do long distance. We got no contact officially in August. I was so down bad. I confessed in a letter that I was in love with him and I just was missing him. Like, I just wanted to be with him. I made a TikTok a few days ago. I knew that this man was already stalking my TikTok. So yes, I did name drop him, but I did his nickname. The comments and I'm like, I got him. Guys, this was all planned. So he DMs me on TikTok and he's like, bruh, why? And I'm like, I didn't know that like 90,000 people were gonna like see it. And then we get to like catching up. He's like, how's school? How's life? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm so giddy about it. Blocked him on Instagram. And he was like, why did you block me on Instagram? So I unblocked him on Instagram because he asked me why I blocked him and he was bothered by it. We literally start talking basically all day, every day. We had been talking for 2 days and I just wanting to see the vibe was like, you know what? I'm willing to fly to Florida to see you. And then he hits me with this. What if I told you I got someone pregnant? I immediately call him and he's already backtracking. He's already being like, what? It's been 7 weeks since I spoke to this man. He is messing with me on the phone and he's like, I just got off a really important phone call and I picked up the call because you were calling. All to say that he was fucking with me. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he loves me so much. He just wanted to see how much I loved him. He's testing me. So I said, I deserve a phone call from you, like a full phone call explaining yourself because you literally ghosted me 7 weeks ago. Let me tell you how it went. I woke up in the morning and I was like, hey, you owe me a conversation. He hits me with, I'm seeing someone. 7 weeks. I'm pissed. Would you be trying to catch up with me when you're seeing someone? We get on the call and basically he's like, hey, I want nothing to do with you. I don't know if she's pregnant or not, but I'm guessing that she is. He said the only reason he reached out to me is because I name dropped him on a TikTok, but I personally don't think that's a reason to reach out to someone. And the only thing that he had to say for himself was that he was not a bad person for moving on so fast in 7 weeks. And he also said that he wished that I had moved on, but I'm not pathetic. I don't know why I thought I was the exception when it comes to military men. So not only do I feel bad for the girl that he's dating, but I feel bad for him because he just like doesn't love himself. I've had
Yeah. What? She's in love with a man who's been ghosting her for the last 7 weeks. And she's upset that he moved on, and she thinks he's crazy, and she blames it on him being a military man. Guys, this is what it looks like when a woman takes no accountability, she's not self-aware, and she projects her views onto the world. Yeah. Nothing less left to say for that. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
As Black women, I really hope that one day we can free ourselves from the shackles of being super private and secret about who we're dating. If you're just naturally a private person, like, that's fine. You're not obligated to share your partner with the world. I recently ended a situation with someone that I was really excited about. I told people that knew about this person that we had recently ended things. It was, oh, well, you were so excited about them. Like, that was super short-lived. And it's just like, God forbid I'm a lover girl. I feel like this idea that you don't pop out with your partner until you're engaged or married makes sense in like a celebrity context, but for regular women, for just like women like me and you, I don't understand this idea that like you shouldn't be open about being with a man because a man will embarrass you. When in reality, if we just gave more grace and had more solidarity within our own community, there would be nothing to be embarrassed about. And I make videos on the internet, so like maybe I just have no shame in general. But at the end of the day, most of our romantic relationships will fail. The whole point is to find...
Okay, listen, I don't want to hear you try to find a cope reason for what the bullshit you just did. Okay, the last girl was in love with a man that she hasn't spoke to in 7 weeks. You're in love with a man who was a situationship. You ended a situationship and people told you, your friends told you, wow, that was super short-lived. And your response is, maybe I'm a lover girl? What? Ladies, men are not embarrassing. You are embarrassing. You know what's embarrassing about you? You think men are just fungible. They're just interchangeable. One man for another. No, you got to choose correctly. If you choose poorly, you're going to get poor results. That's one thing. And two, if you allow for men to just hook up with you and not date you seriously, understand that you consented to that. That was your consent. Okay? Listen, if you want to stay a virgin and keep your legs closed and don't share your vagine, don't share your vagine. Okay? But don't get on here and blame the men for your choices. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
The most interesting thing about getting older is realizing that maturity and wisdom just doesn't just fall upon you. You have to choose to evolve as a person. The habits that you have right now as a 20-year-old will be the same habits that you have as a 40-year-old if you don't make any different choices, if you don't evolve your mindset, if you don't make different habits. Like, for some reason, as a child, I always thought like maturity and wisdom is just something that happens when you get older. Like, you just naturally grow up mentally as well. But that is so far from the truth. Like, people be literally 60, 70, 50, 45, still practicing the same habits that they had when they were 20. And I'm not saying that's problematic. I'm just saying that's an indication.
No, it is problematic. It's absolutely problematic. We have a generation of people who are prolonging their adolescence, right? Of people who have arrested development. And look, I might be one of them too. I'm agree with you. Look, I'm 37 years old. I still live alone. Okay, I'm grinding. I'm still chasing my dreams. But I believe I have time, okay? I know I make a brand new batch of sperm every day. But for you women, it's not the same, okay? You have to have a sense of urgency, one. And you got to get your ducks in order pretty early on in life. And I hate it. I hate that for you. I hate that for you. But I didn't make up the rules. God made the rules. It's probably Eve's curse at best. It's probably Eve's curse at best. But just like the girl in the past video who's 29 years old, unemployed, has no man, and she's in love with a man that she hasn't spoke to in 7 weeks, who lives across the country, understand that if you make bad choices at 29 and you don't evolve, you don't change, you don't grow, you don't learn, you don't become self-aware, you're going to be the same person in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s. And I make videos about these girls too. Okay? The majority of women will never be held accountable, especially if they're pretty. Okay? Because their behavior is going to be enabled because people are just going to be happy to have them around. So they're never going to realize what life is really like. They're too busy playing life on easy mode. Okay, everything's being handed to them. But here's a girl that kind of understands this. Okay, I love her content. In fact, I probably you know what, I'm gonna follow her. But the text on her video says most women want you to chase them. Don't fall for it. I agree with it. Take a look.
Women, they want you to chase them because they believe they're better than you. Notice how it's the women that you chase who actually disrespect you. And you let them get away with it, right? Because women are the prize. Us men should chase women, right? Okay. If I believe that a man is weaker than me, obviously he's going to be fucking chasing me. If I believe a man's better than me, I'm going to be chasing him. Don't get this dynamic fucking twisted. She should always be chasing you. Yes, you should show her interest and care. But once you switch that up, then what? Oh, you're just like all the other guys, right? Changing for her once you catch feelings. Typical. Every guy does that, the hell? And then she loses interest, and then you lose yourself because she's losing interest, and then you lose her as well. And then you don't understand why you lost her, even though it's as clear as day. You thought it was comfortable, right? You thought she wouldn't use your feelings against you, right? Even though that's how you advertised yourself in the beginning. As such a stoic man, right? Women are not going to respect your feelings if you don't talk about them in the beginning. Because then you're blindsiding, right? I like going for a man who talks to me about his feelings. Literally like when we just meet or some shit. Or...
This is where she's going off on a tangent. I just don't agree with her, but she's a woman. You got to understand her. The gold in what she's saying. No, let me actually. I thought she was something. I'm gonna unfollow her. I thought she was something really quickly. The part that I wanted to play for you though is that she says that you shouldn't chase a woman. You should let women chase you, and her reasoning for it is spot on. If they believe that they're better than you, they'll make you chase them. If they believe you're better than them, they'll chase you. And truth of the matter is, women don't want to date men that they believe they're better than. That is 100% true. Men, if you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan. If you treat her like a fan, she'll treat you like a celebrity. And you see how they treat Chris Brown. You see how they treat Chris Brown. They'll pay him $1,000 for one photo. Okay? They'll pay hundreds of dollars to sit and go to his concerts. Think about that, okay? Now, I really want people to understand this. If you chase girls, you're communicating to her by just chasing her that she's better than you. I don't recommend it. Don't do it. And yeah, I warned you. Now, here's a video why I thought was very interesting. And it came up with a new abbreviation, DSBM, that I never heard of before. Maybe you heard of before, but let's take a look at the video. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
I'm not taking this conversation of colorism by dark-skinned black men seriously, because the only reason y'all niggas are talking about it because y'all starting to realize y'all are falling out of trend. That's the only... Listen, because I'm going to keep it above you. Mind you, black men will bitch all the time about racism. They'll bitch all the time about, how everybody's discriminating them for being a black man, even black women. Woo. Black women don't do this and black women don't do that, right? Now, all of a sudden, you're complaining about colorism and you face colorism worse than black women, but you never said nothing about it, right? Black men as a whole never actually said nothing about colorism. Right? They just always try to minimize it when black women talked about it. Right? When we always talked about it, colorism, this, colorism, that, they always say it was a preference. Right? Niggas didn't have to like you. They would say all type and shit like that. Now all of a sudden you niggas are realizing you're falling out of trend, and them white bitches and Hispanic bitches running back to their own peoples. Now we got.
So, you know, I don't know what to think about this. Guys, have you noticed a trend of black men falling out of trend? DSBM, I guess that stands for us, dark-skinned black men. Dark-skinned black men in the chat, have you seen that we fell out of trend? I haven't seen this. I don't know what she's talking about. Clearly, she's around in these white spaces. She knows exactly what white women want, what white women don't want. Obviously, she does, right? She has a bonnet on her head, a pink sweatshirt. She's, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, she knows everything about white people. Clearly, she's in white spaces. You know, we should just take her advice from it, because clearly we don't know what we're talking about. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not even gonna respond to her. She's clearly the person to go to for this type of information. Anyway, I thought this video was interesting as well. Take a look.
You're not a single mom. You're a bitter baby mom. You're toxic as fuck, and he does not want to deal with you. Let's be honest. You keep that kid away from their father because he no longer wants to deal with you. Your way or the highway. And baby, you're not hurting nobody but the child. You're toxic. Give him nothing but issues. All you want to do is argue. Nobody wants to deal with that. When he can deal with somebody who listens, understands, comprehend, the list goes on. Let that man see his damn kid. Stop crying that you a single mom. You a bitter baby mom. You're not a
Yeah, you know, I hate that a light-skinned black woman will make sense right after a dark-skinned black woman didn't make sense. But yeah, you're not a single mom. You're a bitter baby mom. Yeah, I don't know who she's talking about, but I think I agree with her. Whoever she's talking to, yeah, she's talking to you, okay? She's talking to you. Now, this video I think is pretty interesting. It says, stop telling us about your loser husbands. Guys, what I've realized lately is there is a desperation for a lot of women to get married, and they're so desperate to get married, they'll marry a man that is a loser, but they can control him. I've seen this happen in my own personal life around people I know twice recently, and I thought it was very fascinating. Now, I'm not trying to give you what the definition of loser is, but in my mind, they're not a guy that they thought they had to rise for. It's a guy they're settling for, and he's like a doofer. He'll do for now. Anyway, take a look at this video.
I wasn't married, I wouldn't want to be married to with the way y'all get up on the internet every day and tell us about your loser bum husbands. Every day it's a story time about how he tried to feed you dog food, or he ate up all the mac and cheese and didn't leave you some but left 2 bites for your pet parakeet to eat, and then get mad at us when we tell you to leave him. But my theory is you've already gone to your families and friends and told them about the situation, and they've told you, drop the zero, get with the hero, and you say, I don't know if that's okay. So you get up on the internet looking for a 3rd, 4th, 5th opinion. Babe, you spend every day in eternal purgatory because you sleep next to the weapon formed against you. But yet we're the problem because we tell you to drop him? I don't get it. What is the sympathy that you're seeking from the internet? And it's almost like it's a humiliation kink at this point, because you know that you should leave him. There's every clear sign that you should leave him, and you're choosing to stay. I get why the girls are choosing to tie their tubes and say fetus deletus at every chance that they get, because why would anybody want to live in a life like that? And normal married people are not posting their marriages every day and night because, one, it gives overcompensation vibes, in my opinion, seems very performative, because just like I take a shit, I'm married. It's nothing special. But then again, those of you that show up with these Super Bowl rings love to talk crazy about how you love that man, even though we all see how much he hates you. If I wasn't married, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, we're in the same times right now, right? A lot of women can't get married to the man they really want. The women who do get married, they get married to losers. And then there's women like this who I guess aren't married, never been married. They're bitter, and so they're pretty much saying, yeah, I told you so not to get married. Divorce him, drop the zero for the hero. Unfortunately, I don't know what to look towards. If I was a girl, right? And this is why I think I have some sympathy for girls, because there's so much bad information online for women now. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what group of people to join, right? Do you want to join the women who have terrible husbands? Do you want to join the women who are single and make it seem like they're happy by themselves? Do you want to join the single moms who can't choose a good partner to save their lives? There's no way to turn to. Now, there are a group of married women who are happy, but they don't really post content online. So if you're just looking for advice online, you're not going to really see happy married women. They're too busy being happy. Anyway, here's another video I thought was pretty interesting. Take a look.
I am going to say it, and I will die on this hill. In order for a relationship to work, the man has to like you more than you like him. That's just it. I'm telling you right now, every single relationship where I was in love with a man literally would give my left fucking thigh to them, whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. I got treated like absolute dog shit. And then the ones that I really don't like, or I honestly just don't give a fuck about, and I text them back here and there, or I'm just like, yeah, I'll see you whenever, they're literally obsessed with you. That's just how it is. That's just how men are. They love a chase. And in order for a relationship to work, they have to like you more. Men, enter the chat. If I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong. But every single time I stop giving a flying fuck about these men, they're in my phone like, and I'm like, that's so crazy because I cared so much about you 3 months ago and now I don't give a fuck and now you're blowing my shit up talking about where you at? Bitch, I'm at home, not giving a fuck. Oh, but now you want to be obsessed with me. Okay.
So, she said men enter the chat. Men, this is where we enter the chat, right? First of all, this is not your left thigh. This is your left yit, okay? These are your yitties, okay? Your thighs are below there, okay? Well, we call them ear warmers, right? Ear muffs. I'm playing. That's right. Anyway, that's kind of a joke. This is another girl who believes that you have to date a man who's obsessed with you because he treats you better. But she's not understanding the subtleties of what she's describing here. She's describing here a man who she's obsessed with. She'll do anything for him. But then she also talks about when a man's obsessed with her, she's not that interested. She don't give a crap. So I guess the question should be, what emotional state would you rather be in? Would you rather be in the, oh, F you, I don't give a crap, and a man's texting you and you don't want to text? Or would you rather be obsessed and you'll do anything for somebody? Because in my personal opinion, a lot of women say they want to be in love. They want to experience love. They want to fall in love. Well, falling in love is like the more like the first thing she said, where she'll do anything for them. That's falling in love. Falling in love is not I don't give a fuck. That's not that's not falling in love. Okay? So, I think women are confused by this, but it's not a gender thing. It's not, I think she has the right premise, but the wrong conclusion. The right premise is that the men that she's obsessed with, are getting away, and the men that are obsessed with her, she's getting away. The real question is, what life does she want to experience? That's the real question, right? And to me, this is not a gender-specific thing. It's just one person's always going to like the other person more. That's just the way it is. And she got to figure out which one she wants to do. Like, I know me personally, I rather when the girl likes me more, because I actually rather be around a girl who's obsessed and will give me her laugh giddy. But a girl who don't give a F about me and she's at home but she's not texting me back, I definitely don't want to deal with that. If there's going to be somebody not texting somebody back, it's going to be me not texting your ass back. Okay, that's how I view it. I'm going to text you, but I'm going to take time. I got a girl right now waiting on my text. I'm going to text her back, but I need to get to these videos. Now, we're at the end of the video here, okay? And I've seen something on TikTok that took a lot of my time, and I just sat and I just watched it. Here's a girl, she says, what plays in my head at work, scanning files and answering clients on a Friday? Now, listen, I can't play the music here, and that's why I muted it, but I want you to see this, okay? Now, look at this girl. She's at work, and look at that. The yams. She got the yams. Now, she's wearing a tight but yet loose-fitted slacks on point. That style, wherever she got that from, fire. Also, she got the biker-like shorts, right? The Huggies-like pants bottom where they hold in each individual cheek. That's crazy, bro. And on top of that, she's not wearing a thong. She's wearing granny panties. What? Bro, I literally stood and just watched this video. And I was just like, whoa. And she turned the comments off for a reason because, Jesus Christ, girl, where you work at? I don't want to work at an office or desk job, but can you imagine working with a girl like this? Whoa, okay, shout out to her, Juanice, whatever, shout out to you. Now, I found another video of Juanice, and just look at her, yo. Look at Juanice. The waist is thin, hips are wide. Jesus, her face is okay, you know what I'm saying? But just from the body proportions, I'm thoroughly impressed. This is impressive. Guys, let me tell you something. as much as women might get underneath our skin, as men, I understand why God made us visual. Because when I see something like this, I forgive everything. All the things that women piss me off about, when I see this, I'm forgiveful. Right? I start forgiving. I'm like, what would Jesus do? Jesus will forgive you. Okay? He would say, it's okay, baby girl. It's all right. It's all right. And to me, you know, especially this video here, okay? I know I hate to go back to it, okay? I hate to go back to it. But guys, I want to let you know something. If I have something like this walking around in my house, washing the dishes, washing the clothes, cooking the food, okay, taking care to my sexual needs, I'll be a very happy man. My hope is what's between her ears and what leads her as a woman is softness. Ladies, can we please get this in feminine form that's not masculine, that's not angry, that doesn't want to fight, that wants to build, that wants to cooperate? You're giving your bosses all this to look at, to deal with. You're cooperating with them, filing their papers, contacting their clients, helping run their business. Can you just help run a household this way? Can you? I don't know. Is that too much to ask for? I really got caught up watching this video. I really did. Over and over again. I did. Yeah. I'm still mesmerized. Yeah. I don't know why God made me this way. I really don't. But I'll say this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say because I do want to wrap this video up. Man, we got to find a solution. We got to find a solution because to me, ultimately, we all want to have a great relationship with a woman that looks like this but acts feminine, not like a feminist. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.